Hello and happy new catalog day. I am Selene Kempton. I am just gonna find this video and share it over into our creative group. Thanks for those of you that are joining today. Let's see, share in a group. I wish I could go live in a bunch of places all at the same time, but I don't know how to do that. Hey, Christine, good to see you. Go ahead and say hello when you get here, and I'll wait just a minute for people to get popped on. I want to show you, I've already been playing. Hey, Mary Jo. These are the brand new in colors. Oh my gosh. I've been playing with these for a month, and I wanted to show you all, but those of you that are not demonstrators can't order them. So I'd be frustrating you, and I didn't want to do that, so I didn't show them. But these are just flippin' beautiful. I used the evergreen to make the flowers on these. That's the darkest green, and I know that sometimes in pictures it looks black, but you can really see it. This is black. This is green, you know, and oh my gosh, they're just beautiful. And then the other two I'm putting together, they're kind of softer, although this one goes too. They definitely all kind of gel together. Oops, I launched my bow off my card by moving them around, but oh, they are so fantastic. I have a ton of swaps to share with you today. And thought that it would be kind of fun to show you some stuff that I'm up to. This was a club card that had all 5 in colors, and if you notice, you can kind of see through the ice cream cones. I used the shimmer vellum, and hang on, look at the shimmer on that. Yo, buddy. These were stamp club cards. They have been so cool during the pandemic. They were all in person. There were 43 of them. We have, I don't know, 28 left, and I am not going to be expanding that club, but I am inviting them back this month, so I'm very excited about that. But we also made this one, and what's better than a shimmery pink dragonfly? I don't know. There aren't very many things. I know that the words are backwards, but it says "To an Incredible Woman." This came out of the hydrangea set. And also from this month, I wanted to really show them what they could do with their punches. So we did this one. And to make this one, I punched, the punch comes with 2 pieces. So I punched one so that you could see the shimmer. And then I flipped it over, I flipped the punch over to punch one of these, one of the little guys. So that you got all the shimmer on top, because if I didn't flip it over, you would have had one side that was matte for the second one. So to get them all the same pattern, you just have to flip one side over. They look like a little bird, don't they? Like, you see he needs a little eye right there, just on this one piece. Whoosh. Anyway, I digress. I have swaps to show you. And then I thought that we would dive in to something I've never played with. If you take a look, this is the Many Messages stamp set, and I call it a stamp set because, wow, it has all of these words, right? But it's just one stamp. So my friend Phyllis was messaging me over the weekend, and I know that I've had some team members that have struggled with it, so I wanted to show how things were gonna go. Mary is asking about the quarterly. I'll come back to that in a minute. But then, so first you stamp, and you don't cut them apart. Well, you can. You could cut them apart, and you could have a fantastic stamp set with, I think, 26 different sentiments. I don't know. It says 1 on the cover, but I think I counted 26. And then layer them up. But I think it's really useful to, actually it looks, you can see the word celebrate when I show it this way. That's really funny, because the words are backwards. Because when you stamp them, you know. Anyway, then you cut them out. So essentially, and they had to make it smaller on the box, but you stamp once and then cut everything out once. So it's been stressful for some stampers that are used to having their stamps in sets and having them be all separate. So I figure we'll just do it all together. So I was going to mount mine, and look, that's it. So step one is to peel the backing off because it comes with that protector thing, right? And I could put the sticker on, but I always make them crooked, so I'm not even going to bother. I am going to stick it to this giganto block. Deb Carleen said, hey, I just noticed that on the side of the block, it tells you the block like letter. I didn't know that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've failed as a demonstrator that you didn't know that. So thanks, Deb Carleen. This is an F block, like fantastic. F like what I don't want my daughter to get coming home from school. Okay. So there's that, and it's on the block. Now, there are two different ways that we can stamp with this. We can use the F block, or I've seen demonstrators use the Stamparatus. So maybe we'll do one of each. What do you guys think? And before we even get into that, it's a crazy awesome day. So number one, new catalog launch. So all the brand new products are available. Number two, there is a host promotion that when you host a workshop or a party, that you can get extra host rewards. So if any of you are interested in having a host party, let me know and I will put you on my calendar and we will get it done before the 45 days is up, because that's a host promotion. And this morning it was awesome. As I placed my first order and I reached the threshold to get the extra hostess rewards, I got my demonstrator discount, and then I got extra host rewards, which meant I got extra stuff for free. So that was exciting to me. And then there's another big deal thing happening this month. Stampin' Up! Put the already awesome demonstrator starter kit on special. And instead of getting $125 for, and you pay $99, so you'll pick out 155 of whatever you want out of the book. Now you can't do paper pumpkin, and you can't do the specialty sets like the host reward sets. But other than that, you can get whatever you want for $155. Like you pick out $155 and you pay $99. You don't pay shipping, so that saves you another, what would it be? It would have been $15, $16. And then you just pay tax. So it's a really awesome deal. If you want to double dip and host a party, you can use your host rewards towards signing up, but that would have to happen before the end of the month. So we would have to really work on that. But I've had several people do that, and it's worked out good for them that they only had to pay a short amount for their starter kit, and they get to be part of my team, which is totally fun. We have monthly team meetings online. Last month, we had 16 different states represented, and the kits are $5 plus $5 shipping. So just $10, and I send you the kit. I pre-cut it just like you're coming to a class, and ship it out every single month. And we have card swaps. Our swap coordinator, Sharon Verity, just sent out the list for this month, and I can show you some of the swaps and some cards I got in the mail this month, so that's exciting. What else? As a demonstrator, you get pre-order stuff, and today we got to pre-order some kits that will be coming out, and they are really kind of cool. So they had 10 of them, and I ordered 2. I ordered my favorite 2, which is a good thing. I mean, I don't need everything, right? Said no stamper ever. And what else? So tonight I have a workshop. Cards are over there. I can show you if you want. And the workshop is geared towards new people, but everybody is welcome. And it is just, you know, this is a block. This is a stamp. You stamp with it. You know, I'll show how to make the cards from a beginner standpoint. So I won't leave any rock unturned, hopefully. And if you have questions about my stamping, definitely speak up because I'll be able to see the comments. And then on Thursday, I am releasing a class that's going to go live to my team today. I did get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to order a special embellishment for 48 kits, and that's all I have. So I will release it to my team first, and they get a discount. And then on Thursday, I will release it to everyone else while supplies last. And the deadline to sign up is a week from Thursday, because next Saturday, so next Friday, I'll have to mail to everybody. Like, that's the end all mail date, and that's the date I have to send out all the directions. Next Saturday, I leave for Maui with Stampin' Up, God willing. There's still a lot of things that have to happen. And I also want to just give a shout out to all of my international friends that I would normally see on the incentive trip who have earned their spot to go and can't go because of everything that's going on. They're, stuck at home. They can't travel. They must be super frustrated. So I just want to say to all of them how much I love all of them, and I can't wait to see them next year. And I'm double fingers crossed that everything goes nice and smooth and it's a safe and happy trip for everybody. And I haven't been out of the house since last March, so I'm excited to go and take 8 days off in a row. So that's I think that's all of it. So I'm gonna flip the camera. We're gonna get going. I'm gonna show you some swaps. We talked about the host promotion. We talked about the demonstrator opportunity. By the way, if you want the link to sign up, there's no reason you shouldn't buy a kit. We won't be married. I already have a husband. He's really cool. He even cuts cardstock for me sometimes. Tonight is the catalog launch, new person workshop, and then Thursday I have the launch. You guys want a sneak peek of the launch? I have everything in buckets already. I'm just waiting on some stuff. You ready? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put my hand over. I want to show you. So everybody in that class is getting a Winkostella, and I didn't have enough, so that's the Winkostella bucket. And then what I'll do is for each of the sets of cards, like this one is color and contour, and this one is puffins, and this one is the embellishment that I'm waiting to make sure is going to be available before I list it as a class, but I bought exactly what I needed, 48. And then the Elegantly Said. And then these are those little lip balm holders I showed you. So these are going to go out to each person as a gift. And yeah, so I am like ducks in a row, just about ready to go, huh? Isn't that cool? All right, I'm going to put my hand over the camera while I walk because I really don't want to make anybody dizzy. You're welcome. And then we will jump in. All right, and then, so we have this cool stamp, and we have this cool die, and I have this piece that I'm going to throw away. Oh, and I told you that I would show you the workshop cards for tonight, so I'll start with that. These are the 5 new in colors. Thursday, Dauberdew. So this is Cheryl Pink. I'm just kidding. This is, I should have all the colors in front of me because I don't remember them. And I give them nicknames. So this one is a girl on my team, Cheryl. This is her color. It's Cheryl Pink. And look at how pretty. So these are for tonight, and I'll show them in great detail tonight from the beginning. But they showcase the 5 in colors and that beautiful shimmery white polished pink like Cheryl. That's right. Now I remember. It's so funny. Many thanks from all of us. I love these cards so much, and these are ready to go in a workshop for you guys tonight. All right. So I got some cards in the mail, and some of them are swaps and some of them are gifts. So I just want to start there. This is Chris Callahan. She's the sunflower, and that paper they carried over. And here we go. Oh, right? Are these not beautiful? I'm just gonna plow through them real quick, but I want you to see all of this. Oh, somebody's got like Wink of Happiness on this. I love this new purple ribbon. It is the Highland Heather. It's not an in color, but it matches the in colors really nice. This is really cool. So two of my team members had the same idea. They did the same fold. Ready? Booyah. So she did the fold, and it opens from like an inch in. And then this team member did the same thing. And we do this every month. We have a cool time swapping. These two cards, tell me that's not serendipity. So two different team members designed these cards. And how fun is it that like you could just have a class right there. And these little bumblebee trinkets, they're already on back order. I included the 48 that I could get, and included them in the quarterly class. This one retired yesterday. Total bummer. Dino Rico's set. So cute. Stand tall and stand out. This was actually a card from a friend, Cheryl. Nope, this one's from Debbie. Okay, I was wrong. And then this was from my friend, and it has one of my favorite things, Booyah. Gift card holder. And I love the way it folds over and the gift card is kind of tucked in there. But it's a good thing that she put the half circle punch there, because then you really see, oh, sorry. Trying to cover the personal note. Then you really see the fold. So it just folds open from the side. So you could still make it from half a sheet of paper. It just folds there. Totally cool. Great design. And then it was wrapped up all pretty, and I opened it because I wanted the gift card. Doesn't everybody want Starbucks? And I love this set. You can't get enough of it, and I like it in every color. This was, oh, and these are some spring ones. I'll just put the spring ones away. That was the butterfly paper when we had it. And then these are gorgeous. Again, these were all from pre-order. Stunning, stunning. Elegantly said. This is one of the stamp sets that I'm using for the quarterly. And then, again, stunning. This one was Gwen Duckworth. Gorgeous in color. Yeah, my friend Susan Campfield made this one. I mean, so cool. I love those pansies. And more puffins. Gotta love the puffins. All right, so that's all my swap cards. I can put them more off the table. Give myself a little more room. You ever make a card that you hate? Mine was last night. This is the one that I am not going to use in my quarterly. I don't know. I started cutting, and I cut the doily on 3 sides because it was a big square. And then it sort of looked like a church, and I don't know. Wasn't my favorite card. But that's proof positive that we don't love everything we make out of the gate. And these are those other cards. Just stunning. Really. Totally fun. All right. So, new catalog. It seems like I want to show something that I haven't seen a lot of people showing, and that's this paper stack. So, yep, it's that heavy. It's 48 sheets of paper, 12 by 12. And when I look at a designer series paper pack, the first thing I do is I look at all the colors on the back and see what I have that matches. Now, when I have new people, I always tell them to consider what colors are in the designer paper and to buy 2 or 3 colors and not feel like they need to buy the whole catalog. Like, you don't need one of every sheet of paper that Stampin' Up! Sells, or you may never touch, you know, one particular color. Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Whisper White. They didn't list Basic Black. And when I look at this designer paper and I marry it up to cardstock, instead of, let's see, where is it? Poppy Parade, I'm seeing Real Red. So let's go through the pack together. This is an unopened pack, but I opened one. So when you host a party, you can earn these for free. And the back side is 100% black and white. It's awesome. Now imagine you can also take your blending brushes or your coloring mediums, blends, your regular markers. You can color these to make them whatever color you want. So black and white is a pretty powerful thing. And I've got 4 sheets of this design on the back, and here's the front. So it's a nice, cute little tiny pattern. This one is black and white leaves on the back. And again, you could color them. And again, there's 4 sheets of one pattern. And here's the front. So this has, like, it says Poppy. I'm seeing Real Red. And I'll show you on another pattern. You'll be surprised how Real Red it looks. And then here's dotted lines, and there's 4 sheets of that. So if you're making a lot of cards, that works out really good. I would say that this is Flirty Flamingo on the front to match. And for this one, I see guy cards. Wouldn't that be cute with like a little dump truck or motorbike? And again, Flirty Flamingo on the front. So black and white dots, maybe a card with, if you need stars in the background. And then a rainbow pattern. When I cut a card and I'm using a little strip of this, I like to cut against the grain and not go up and down. I'll cut it the long way, and then I'll cut it, you know, maybe an inch or an inch and a half all the way down. But again, 4 sheets of each, so you could really get a lot of cards out of one package of these. I hope that I didn't die there and that you're still seeing this video. My phone rang. I hate that. Okay, and then I'll cut it, you know, maybe it was a telemarketer, I think. So here we go. I got flowers on this side, and then this side is like so pretty. Just rainbow pattern. And in the on the back of that paper, it had Pool Party, but it didn't have Bermuda Bay, but I am totally seeing Bermuda Bay. You ready? So there's Real Red and Bermuda Bay. And then I have black and white circles. I mean, this pack goes on forever. And then this floral on the front. I think I prefer the circles. It's a little over the top for me. But if I used a little strip of it, I'd probably be happy with it. And that's kind of funky, huh? It's like one of those eye chart things that, like, if you stare at it long enough, a picture pops out. And the front of that is Pool Party. Oh, shoot. My videos just stopped, I think. All right, well, I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I don't lose anybody. Okay, who's excited about this? I can't tell you. I love the check pattern. And then, oh, good. I can see it. Here's the Crushed Curry. This goes on for days. And then Misty Moonlight. Looks like my nail polish right now. It changes color depending on if I'm warm. And it is warm in the studio. When I'm cold, it turns purple. This one is Granny Apple Green with the reverse, so it's the bright white with the dark dots. And then stripes. I can see this one specifically with the puffins, but I don't know if I'm going to use this side because I love both sides. Look at those hearts. And again, it didn't list Bermuda Bay. But, I don't know. I'm seeing it. So I love this as a color combination anyway. So I thought that we would start there when we pull in the mini messages. So these are 12 by 12, and I have people that are saying that they cut these into 4 by 6 already. They're just fantastic. I can't wait to cut into them, and you guys are gonna help me be the first to do it. All right, so let's start with this guy. And we need some ink colors to coordinate. So if we're gonna use that designer paper, we should potentially have a couple of ink pads here. I'll go real red, I'll go Bermuda Bay, and black. Okay, so the first one, and I cut up some white, and now I'm missing it. There it is. So, first thing I'm gonna do is ink this up backwards. So anytime that your stamp is bigger, your stamp pad is bigger than the block, I always go backwards when I'm inking up. This ensures even coverage, and if something isn't looking right, it gives me a chance to see it before I flip it over. So then you just lay this down, and of course, it's too small. So I'm gonna cut another piece of paper. Give me 1 second. I really thought that a quarter sheet would be enough, but it's not. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4, but it's just a little too small. So I'm gonna use I cut a piece of paper in half at 5.5, and then I'll lay this down like this over the top. And then once I do that, I'm gonna commit. Now, if you have a second block, oh no, look, I already messed up. That's okay, that's why they make us 2 sides. You know what, I think I'm gonna go the other way. Ta-da! All right, I'm going this way. So you kind of push it down, and then you leave your hand open, and you smooth that ink on. And then it does this. And I don't love the way that it came out, so I'm thinking because this is a brand new set, it may need to be conditioned a little bit. So what is conditioning? Essentially, when these stamps are manufactured at the plant, they come off of a titanium plate with the reverse image. So sometimes you might find that some of your images aren't accepting the ink, although that's there. I probably just didn't open my hand enough, but that's okay. I'm trying to show you if you had it. Oh, and of course I got nothing in that one. But even before you try to stamp with these big ones, it might be a good idea to give it a cleaning, because when they pull it off the titanium plate, it has like a little bit of a film on it from the manufacturing process. Which is why this stamp set would also be really well served by using it with the Stamparatus. But I'm gonna chuck that one and we'll start again. So let's try this again. And again, I'm going to pay attention to how it's inking as I go. Sorry, I'm a little bit far out of the frame there. Here we go. That's better. Okay, that looks a bit better. And then I'm going to lay this down. And I must have ink on my fingers because I got ink on the back of that, but well. So I'm going to smooth this on and try not to move the paper, which I think I did. It's kind of special. If you have a second F block, you could use that and drop it on top. It is the whole size of that F block. Oh, that's way better. So that's one way to use it, right? Let's clean it. Oh, you're in line for Starbucks. Well, I'm jealous. Thanks, Robin. Thanks for sharing. Okay, that's funny. Funny business. All right. Next, I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to lay the stamp down. I'm going to use my Stamparatus, push down, pick up the stamp, ink up again, and go. So I don't have a chamois handy, but the easiest way to clean with the Stamparatus would be the chamois. So see how I'm hitting the edge of this? You won't see it when I do the Stamparatus because it's kind of set up not to do that. I'm gonna hit this with a magnet so it doesn't move. Hopefully I'm out of the way, yay. And if I needed to, I can ink up again. So I'm just applying firm pressure. So essentially it does the same thing as smoothing it face up, right? And it didn't stamp that great, but I didn't move it, so here we go. It could still need to be conditioned. I have an old blog that I used to do with friends called Stampin411.blogspot.com. And there were 8 women, and we used to take turns doing tutorials, and one of them is how to condition your stamps. And it's one of those things, it's old stamps that are retired, but the information is still perfect. And the blog is still there. We left it up. So now I see that there's a little bit of a kind of a hole in my stamping just on a couple of these. So I can go back in and ink up again to fix it before I pull it off the Stamparatus. So that's one really good benefit. Whereas this one, it was kind of like a one-shot deal, so I get what I get. Woo! And even if you drop it, it's not that bad. Okay, and then there was a heart. I want that heart to get it really. I think that might be it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can always fill that in with a blender pen. All right, so because I don't have a chamois cleaner handy, I'm going to stick this back on my block to make it easy to clean. And go back to my regular cleaner. So I'll pull that off for a second. Bring my cleaner back in. And I want one more color. I want the black because the whole back side of that paper is black and white, right? So I know that it seems like a lot of work up front, but consider that once we cut these out, we're gonna have how many sentiments in, you know, all those colors. So I cleaned that, grab another piece of paper, put my stamp down. Doesn't have to be perfect. Put the magnet there. Pick up the stamp, and now I'm ready to go again. And even if there's red residue, it's not a big deal because I'm about to stamp it in black. So I could have done a better job cleaning, but you get the idea. So you can condition your stamps with a pencil eraser. You can do it on your jeans. I've even taken a sanding block to it. We had a faulty stamp set that's not available in the catalog right now because a lot of people got a bad one, and I took a sanding block to it. It does stamp quite a bit better, but it was still a faulty stamp set, so Stampin' Up! Pulled it. I'm gonna see if I can get that. Isn't that cool? And then see, that part isn't stamping, so that might need to be conditioned. But that's really the only spot. Oh, and I got a little red mark. I must have ink on my fingers. Shocker. All right, good enough. How pretty are these? Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. I mean, yo. And that You've Got This might also need to be conditioned, because on all three of my images, it didn't stamp right. So that's what I mean. Like, you can see that the ink is still on the stamp, and that's what's kind of cluing me in that it needs to be conditioned. But for now, I'm gonna take this and put it to the side, and I'll clean it well when we get off the live. Okay, so I'm gonna close up the ink pads. And set them to the side for a minute. And kind of get myself ready, and I'm gonna bring this guy in. This is the new die cutting machine from Stampin' Up. I absolutely love it. It's, if you have a Big Shot, the Big Shot that we used to sell will do the same exact thing. There's only one tiny difference between the Big Shot and this. Well, obviously there's more than one tiny difference, but the big one that comes to mind for me, like in usefulness, is from here to here, it's a tiny bit bigger. So it used to be that if you have a embossing folder that was more than 6 inches wide, you could damage your embossing folder going through with the Big Shot if you were just too close to the edge. And this one gives you just a tiny bit more wiggle room. I think it might be like a 1/4 inch, but that's the only difference. So if you have a Big Shot, it's still perfectly fine. There's no reason to get another one, but I do enjoy this new machine. And I thought I had 2 cutting pads, but I don't. So give me 1 second. So for cutting a thin die like this, you need to have the base, and then this this cutting pad, and I put a piece of paper in there because I like having it a little extra tight. That's serving as a shim to make my sandwich a bit tighter. And then you can tell this is the one that I cut against because it's a mess, but it's cool. I can see through this one, and I cut with this one. So I'm gonna put these on the die cutter. I'm hoping you can see the whole thing, but I know I'm a little close for comfort here. And then I'm gonna lay the red one down, and then we'll put the die on top. We'll say a little prayer that nothing moves. But at this point, if you happen to have any washi tape, I'm gonna look real quick because I think I have some. These are the old Stampin' Up washi petals. They make little flowers, but it's really just the washi tape piece that I want. I'm gonna stick that down so that when I put the top on, that it doesn't move. So if you have washi tape hanging around, this is a great little tool. And I do love these little petals because although they're meant for building a flower, that's not what I had in mind right now. Okay, that should hold it. And then I'm going to just put it on. And like I said, look at the wiggle room. So if it's not exactly 6 inches, I've damaged a lot less embossing folders that are exactly 6 inches wide. And it does make a lot of noise going through because of the style of this die. So then when you lift this off, I'm gonna have all these pieces. And I'm gonna hold on to the washi tape and kind of try and keep it on my die. Might be a second, hang on, peel it off. but all the die cut pieces just fall out, and now I've got all of those sentiments. Seriously, flippin' awesome. And in the new catalog that went live today, I ordered the other set that goes with this. So there are 2 stamp sets that fit this die, and they have different sayings depending on what you're looking for. So here's one pile. The blue didn't come out that great, so I think I'm just gonna go with the red and the black. My goodness. And you can tell that my cutting pad is well loved because everything's sticking to it, but that's okay. I'd rather that happen than have it. Okay, so here's the black. And I left the washi tape intact, although one piece came off. But I can get it sort of in the spot where it goes. That looks about right. And then rescue the washi, and then go again. I have another table that I usually crank on. This table is plastic and it doesn't go through as nice and neat. Oh, what's going on? I have it crooked. Hopefully I'm all right. I don't like that. I don't like how it's, there we go. Okay. So here's the next one. Oh, that's why. I was cutting 2 pieces of paper. I was like, geez, that's hard to cut. Well, the black will fall right out. It's funny. All right, but you guys get the idea. You definitely don't want to do more than 1 layer. And this is thick, basic white. It's just the first one I grabbed. All right. So with that, I can get rid of the washi tape. And then I was thinking that it would be fun to have a few layers, right? So I'm going to put the red down. Whoops, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I whacked the phone. It's going to be a lot easier to turn with 1 piece of paper. So that's 1. And this is just all red. Oh my gosh, is that not satisfying? Look at it, just like lifted right off. So fun. But everything's sticking to my pad right now. So if that happens to you, I use a unscented dryer sheet straight out of the box, so not used. And it tends to help my stuff not stick. It's muggy down here today. So that's the red. And then I was thinking we'd do one of these. So we're making layers now. So what I'm thinking, just to kind of give you an idea, is you can start to cut layers and put them together. So you got all the sentiments cut. And now you've got like all these extra pieces to play with, so you can layer up your images. So this is the Bermuda Bay, and I know that Bermuda Bay wasn't listed in that designer paper, but that's what I'm seeing down here, so I'm going for it. And again, I'm gonna just push those off to a pile, and then we'll go again with Pool Party, and then I want to do 1 black. And then we'll come back to play. So back in the day when I was a brand new demonstrator and I would go to convention, we would make these things called card candy. And card candy was basically layered up sentiments that you could have on hand to put on a card front. And we would attach them to dimensionals and then stick them to a piece of wax paper. And that sort of kept them, oh look, I made a mess here. Going in the box. Here we go. There's the light blue, the pool party. And then I want to just do one black and then we're done. But all of these pieces, and I'm just going to show real quick, are really starting to get to the point where we'll be able to layer them, right? So I'm still just playing here, and I'll get the last piece of die cuts out, and I could use these and use them like a stencil with the blending brushes, and use the individual stamps. You can ink up with a marker and just use one of the sentiments by itself if you prefer. But it is so much easier to stamp them all at once and sort of be done. So this is like, I know that it's taken me a few extra minutes today, but when you consider how many sentiments that we have, imagine how much time that's going to save you. Here, I'll move that back so you can see what I'm doing. So this will be the last one. And then I can fold up the sides. And this is nice too because it just sits tidy on my counter. Doesn't take up a lot of space and storage. So that's the other piece of it that I really like over the old Big Shop. But this machine basically does the same exact thing. Just saying, if you're picking your battles, you don't necessarily need a new one. Okay. If you did want a new one, you could probably put one on a starter kit because the kits are $99 and you pick out $155 in product. So it'd be a good way to maximize your value. All right, so look at all these pieces. Oh my gosh, here, I gotta pan up so you can see them. This is just crazy. We cut, and this was an accident, but that's okay. I can peel the black off. I don't know if I like the idea of a black heart or a black star. That's funny. And then these are all the red pieces. And then just all the trash. Super cute. Now, that's not to say that you couldn't stamp these before you cut them out too, but I just wanted the cardstock pieces for layering. All right, so I'm going to push all that off to the side. I'm going to get rid of the dies, put the Big Shot away, or the cut and emboss. Okay. So now, what have we got here? It's playtime. I'm excited. Okay, so I have a white piece of paper here, and I'm just going to use it like as a mat a little bit. Just a card to say hello. And you can pick up pieces and layer them any which way. Oh my gosh, cute. I think I want something. That's the same size. Okay, I could go. I need my scissors. Or we could just pick a different one. I like that even better. Okay. Okay, so here's number one. I'm going to add a little liquid glue. In theory. Got to get rid of the goober first. Oh yeah, you could put a rhinestone in the middle. That's a good idea. So I hope Phyllis is on, because this was for Phyllis. She bought this bundle and then was like, what do I do with this? Do I cut the stuff apart? Like, and I don't blame her. It's like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. But it's pretty darn cool. So right now I'm just going to work on card candy. So I got the first piece is here, and I'm going to stick this on a piece over here, and then we'll move on. So again, I'm just going to grab some random pieces here. I like this Bermuda Bay color with the real red. And it's funny that they didn't list that in the designer paper, but it's definitely there. So all I did was cut that one in half. And I like this, but it's kind of small, so cut it in half the other way. Yeah, card candy swaps, exactly. And you know, they're really fun. So to make card candy, you would just put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of these and then stick them to wax paper. And then we would put them in a clear cello bag with a topper. But then someone could come along and just cut, you know, or have a sentiment for what they need right away. Super cool. Okay, so there's that. And then, oh look, this one's a little bit bigger. Oh, that's fun. I wonder. That's so different. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm going to come back to that. But that's the beauty of it. You can. Oh, congratulations. That's cute. All right, so I'm going to take this one and do that. But you can see how you could go all day and have, you know, sentiment after sentiment to make cards. Not a fan of that one. Let's go this way. I don't know. Let's go. No, I like the banner on that. I'll come back to that one. Can't make my decisions. Let's see. Happy birthday. Look at how cute that is. And I think I want the red. And happy birthday. Let's see if it layers. Okay, so this one layers funky. It's got like a, so I'll just follow the guide and see if it fits. And it's tight, so I'm going to trim it a little more. I'm shaky. I probably had too much coffee today. I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning to order 48 embellishments for that Thursday class that I'm listing. Oh my goodness. So I thought I would be tired, so I probably had a little too much coffee. It happens. So happy birthday. And what about I put the thing down that I want to pick up. I put the glue down first so that I could do this and not get glue on my fingers. And you're right, whoever said rhinestone, here we go. So there's another one. These are still kind of in holding. I'll figure those out as we go. Let's see. I like this. is it long enough? It is. It's kind of a good, but you see how easy it would be to just keep going. Let's see how it looks, if it looks any different with the pool party. Okay. Now I'm going to do something I don't usually do at all. Look at this. We're bringing in a fourth color. My goodness. Let's get that. And then that. Bam. I like that. And then boom. Wow, that one's fun. It's really long. Look at that. Woo! Super cool. Okay, so we'll put that over there. That's 4. It's funny how you end up picking up the same shapes over and over again. I'm like, that's the same exact shape. Like I must be drawn to those or something. Oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Shakalaka shaka. It's funny when it's the right one, you're like, yep, that's the one I like. But you could just keep going. These are just so fun to work with. Okay, so we've done a little bit of playing, and look at how much more playing I could do, right? But I value your time and I appreciate you being here with me. So actually, I'm sorry, I have to do one more. Oh my God. Is that called addiction? I'm asking for a friend. Oh, goodness gracious. That's just so cool. Okay. All right, so now we've got what? Some. I'll just call it some. Oh, this was that magical moments. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law were just in Disney after a year of being stuck in the house, and how awesome that they were able to go. And here we go. Ready? I'm gonna just make one more, because doesn't this look like Disney? Crazy awesome. And it does need something back there. Let's see what I can find. I love these shapes. I can't even, oh, and look, there's the red one. Nothing says Disney like red. Hey, Juanita. Welcome. Everybody's welcome here. So if you guys are brand new, we just happen to have a brand new person right now. We also have a creative group on Facebook where all kinds of people share what they're making, and we all inspire each other. So if you're interested in being a part of the creative group, either just pop me a message when we get off of this live and I'll send it over, or if you want to do a Facebook search, it's called Creating with Selene. So instead of create with an E, it's Creating. And there's a whole bunch of people that share over there, which is so super cool. I love seeing what everybody's making and how it differs from my style. That makes me happy too. Oh my, yeah. So I cut that one in half, and to kind of fill in the gap where the blue would be, there it is. My goodness. Okay, that's the last one, I swear. I just had to grab it because I was like, oh my gosh, that's the Disney. It looks like a Disney font, doesn't it? Okay. So I still have all of these pieces to play with later, right? And I'm just going to push them to the side for now. My goodness. Is that not the cutest ever? Look at the little tiniest little hi there. Hi there, Juanita. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even stop. Look at, I got this thing that would go so cute under there. Oh my gosh. Stop, Selene. Okay. Here's the ones that we finished. All right. I need that designer paper stack. And this is the one that I was kind of starting to, like, when I started to look, I was like, oh, that's the one. So what do you think about starting with like a 2 3/4 inch square? This might be my favorite layout ever, so I use it a lot. But it's just an easy way to make a card. So 2 3/4. And I hope you're seeing the measurements, but by 2 3/4. And then we'll do 3, which is the next size up. So like it would be a 1/4 inch bigger than 2 3/4 is 3. And we'll do by 4. And then we'll go up a 1/4 inch again with a piece of black paper. So this 2 3/4 layers on the 3 inch perfectly, and then there's the white at the top, right? So 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Buried my adhesive on the table. And of course it needs a refill only because I'm live, right? So this is the Stampin' Seal Plus. I've had customers and I've heard of other friends that have had problems with this adhesive, and I have not. I've been using it and using it and using it. I find if I get a little bit rushed that I tend to push harder, and when I push harder, that's when it gets stuck. But if I lighten up my hand and I go easy with it, oh, look at the back. Kills me. If I go easy with it, it just stays nice. And the other thing that I don't do is I don't go to the left or to the right to release it. I kind of just pull back so that the next time I go, oh, now it's going to pull. See? Because I was talking about it. But, oh, geez. Hang on. I haven't had any problems with this adhesive, I swear. Okay, so I'm going to pull back, and it is, I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. I shouldn't have said it. See? It's because I jinxed myself. It's because we're live. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, and I know that I'm black on black. I am barely seeing that border myself, but it is what it is. I like the black table. I could use one of the die cut pieces, or I could even go, wow, how about that? Oh my gosh, is that not the cutest ever? Makes me want to try and dig out one of the hearts on the table. All right, and then when I was jumping on this live, I went in my cabinet to see if I had any card bases that were this color, and I did have a few. So let's see how it looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's card 1. Booyah. Isn't that cool? And it's 4 1/4 on the button, so it just goes to the edge of the card. Super cute. Oh my gosh. All right. So today, you know that I have a design team that I'm part of called Casing Tuesday, and they had a sketch today. And I want to say that it had 4 rectangles, almost like a door on the front of the card. So I'm gonna go in and punch 4 little rectangles. Okay. And then I have other layers here that coordinate. I thought I had a piece of Bermuda Bay. I want to see what size this is. Just quick so that I know what I'm starting with. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. I think I'm gonna cut it down. Well, before I do that, I guess I should see what I've got here, huh? And how these fit. But yeah, I think I want to cut it down. I'm gonna go just 1/4 inch smaller. I'm gonna go 3 3/4, and this is just scrap that was in my closet, by 5. Okay. And then the way the sketch went was that there were 2 windows at the bottom and 2 windows at the top. And I think I like all the red at the bottom. That sort of looks right to me. And then there was a focal point here. So we can attach these layers to start. Oh, look at the back, the stripes. I gotta use those stripes for something. Oh my gosh, how cute. Yeah, if the patterns don't match up, it would make my brain crazy. I mean, it's a tiny bit off, but it's not gonna hurt as much as if it was blaringly, like, different. It's kind of like karaoke. If you go to karaoke, and I used to be a karaoke host. I don't know if you guys know that. Long time ago, when I met my husband, I was a karaoke host at night. And if people were like off just a little bit, it hurt more than if like they were off a lot. So I could listen to them all day long if they were off by a lot. So if you sing to me and you sing out of key, just go for it. Sing it from the rooftop. Oh, how cute is this? That's a little too busy for me. It's very busy. I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. Now, I really like this one, but I think it's missing something. How about if I go grab some red ribbon? And you just never know what you're going to find when you're in the ribbon cabinet. Ooh, sorry. I grabbed red and I grabbed pool party. I'm sorry that the camera's swaying. Ribbon or bling? Yes, I agree. You are right on, my friend. Okay, so I don't think the stripes because it's already pretty busy for my face. So I'm just going to go with the straight red, I think. But we'll take a look at like the red and the light blue and see what we prefer. So that's the red. And this is the pool party. So while I am cutting a black layer, you guys tell me which ribbon we should use, because there's a little bit of a delay on the video. So we cut the blue layer down to red. Okay, I got you. So we cut the blue layer down to 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm gonna make a 5 1/8. And I'm sorry if I'm outside the frame. my table be getting messy. 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So this will be just slightly bigger than that darker blue, the Bermuda Bay. And I'm gonna cut 2 black layers because if we decide to make another card while I'm right here, I'll have another 5 by 3 7/8, or 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay. So let's get this on. See, it's going fine now. It's because I lightened up, and I started talking, and see what happened? I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. So this I'm just putting down on my cardstock so I can see what we've got. And then I'm gonna lay that there because that's where it goes in the sketch. I didn't print it today, I probably should have. And then I'm gonna cut this at a steep angle. And I'm gonna lay some adhesive down underneath where that die cut's gonna sit. And then I'm gonna do the Z-fold thing. So 1, 2, 3. Booyah. And then we'll give it another trim. I love doing this and cutting straight off the ribbon roll because you want to see my waist? There it is. That's what I wasted. It was so that I could get the angle on the end too. I wouldn't have wasted any otherwise. I think it needs dimensionals. So, are you guys excited about the new catalog? I'd love to hear what your first thing you're going to order is, because I'm telling you, I did a little damage today. I had fun. I put 2-day delivery on just about all of it. My goodness. Oh, that is so pretty. I am wondering if we should go with the light blue or if we should lighten the whole palette up a little bit. Let me try it on a white. I cut a few card bases before we got on here. That might make it pop more. You guys like the light blue or the white? Oh, the contour bundle. Yeah, that one's beautiful. One of my favorites. So the light blue or the pool party or the white? White it is. Thank you very much. Okay, so it just goes to show, like, you can make them any which way and then you think you like it and then you change it up and it pops on the white, I think. Oh, and it really does need some bling. Why don't we grab the butter box? Here's the butter box with all of my embellishments. Look at these little hearts. I think these are gone though. I think that they're retired. Time to clean it out. I wonder if I have any red rhinestones. Oh, looky, I do. Okay. So what do you think of, ooh, it did the toothpaste thing. All right. Maybe like, either end like that. Okay, so that's number 2. Many messages. All right, so moving right along. Let's grab another pattern. How about this one? So somebody got the color and contour bundle. What other things are you guys sizing up? I thought, so right when the catalog went live, the turtle wasn't available, but he's available now, and I just went and bought him after I couldn't get him this morning. Isn't that funny? So right before I got on, I placed another order. Okay, so this is, again, 5 by 3 3/4. And maybe we'll just cut like a 1.5 inch strip of this. Like these could go for days. I love that. And I do love cutting against a pattern like this. So that was 1.5, and this is the 5-inch marker. So bright and cheery. Let's see. We've got Be Brave, Be Strong. We've got this. We've got Wonderful Memories. That one doesn't really match as well. Oh, this is kind of cute. And then I got this thing. I don't know. I think the stripes with the, because the patterns are so busy that the stripes aren't doing it for me. There's this too. Oh, look at that. Pop. Okay, so we just found another card. Look at that. So I'm going to lay this down. It's 5 by 3 3/4, and then the designer paper is 5 by 1.5, and then booyah. Oh, did I put that on crooked? Of course I did. It's definitely easier to fix now. Here, let me rip it. Did I mention how sticky the Seal Plus is? It's super sticky, but I still got it off, right? So that's a good sign. Let me see if I can get it on there this time without getting it crooked. It's still a little crooked. I don't know if it's because it's like, because it's striped, but hello. Eye chart. There we go. And then, boom. Right? So fun. Ugh. Now I'm getting excited. You know, it's bound to happen. And I cut bases going both ways before we went live, so hopefully I can find the other ones. They're floating on the table somewhere. Is anything on back order? Yes. Actually, yes. I know that the in color gems are on back order because that was the hot commodity for me. That's the thing that I wanted to be able to release the quarterly event, which is a class I designed for my team. And it features 3 brand new stamp sets. It features the color and contour bundle. It features the puffins and the Elegantly Said. So those are the 3 stamp sets that I used. And it's 3 complete card classes. And I wanted to use the in color stuff. Oh, so pretty. I think I need to bring these back in. And they were on back order like as soon as I placed my order. So I am making sure that they hit the box before I even list the class for my team. And then I'm going to list it for everybody else on Thursday. And it's while supplies last. There'll only be 45 packets total. And I've already done all the work of the actual packets. I don't love that sprinkle. Like I'm not feeling that. Okay, I'm taking it off. Here, let's do this. Sometimes less is more. And I got like a little goober right there, like a glue dot remnant. Come on. Trying to be patient. It's hard to do that when you're live, I'll tell you that. But I do know that the in color gems are on back order. So I am waiting to see if I got all 48 before I list that class. And I haven't even been able to finish my samples because I'm waiting on them. So that's card 3. These are the first 2. Okay, and then maybe we should pick another pattern. This is getting fun. All right. What do you think about like a straight black and white? So let's do that. We'll go, I'm going to use a big section of this because I think it's fantastic. 3 3/4 by 5. Hand penned. Yeah, that's beautiful. I've been making cards with that for a month, and like I said, I'm careful what I show because I don't want to like tempt everybody with what they can't have if they're not, a demo or whatever. So I try to keep it a little bit but I have been playing a lot. I made some cards with hand penned. Actually, I think they're over on the table. I did them during my online retreat that I had last month. I had just gotten the hand penned in. Let me see if I can locate those cards. I think I know where they are. Oh my gosh. Is that not the coolest ever? So I made these two live during retreat, and this one was I used the blending brushes and Wink of Stella and the ribbon that matches, but then this ribbon doesn't match, and somebody was saying that it was too thick for them, so I was showing them how to actually fray that ribbon. And when you fray it, it comes out in 2 different colors. So that's Highland Heather and Silver, but just kind of layered together. And then this was the other one that I did, and I cut the die cuts out and then used the blending brushes and just layered it together. It was fun, super fun. I can show you now, that's great. Let's see. So what about maybe a bow? Thanks everybody for welcoming the new people in. It's nice to feel like you belong, and we all just like to have fun here, so I appreciate it, and I appreciate how you are with each other and with me. I appreciate you supporting me and each other. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll just sneak this over to the middle. I never do the middle. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I don't do the middle. I'm gonna go off to one side. All right, that's cool. So simple, so cool. Dimensionals. So when you do get your new stamp sets, I hope that you consider taking a photo and posting them over in my customer group so we can all share ideas, because I'll tell you what, I learned so much from all of you, and I appreciate you. So I love to see when you're crafting and what you're making. All right. I need one of the bases that's going the other way. Oh, that's just cardstock. This is scored. Here we go. Wow. Right? Wow. I love this one. The black, the white, and the red. Woo. Okay. We need one of those. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, just one. Delicate and pretty. Ah, okay. So that's number 4. We have this one and a birthday card. Let's see. I'm going to pull from my scrap pile over here. I actually cut a couple of shapes from Color and Contour the other day, so I wonder if you know, when I'm cutting for classes, sometimes I just have a couple extra pieces. So this one came from that Color and Contour. And, oh, that's pretty. I wonder what size the inside of that is. I need my little ruler. So, the inside is 4 inches wide by 5/8. So, how about if we go back to the stripe paper that we cut, and then I need my cutter. I kind of like it on the white too. It's nice just sitting there. I could put this behind. I don't know. I'm still gonna cut it. So I'm just gonna, I know I'm off the frame, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut this at 4 inches. And I have this little scrap piece too. Oh, look at that. No, nay on that. Let's see what we got here. That's kind of pretty. Now it gets lost in there. Isn't that funny? All right, so what if we did this with this one? My adhesive. What a mess I am making, but we are making lots of cards. This is fun. And I still have all those shapes that we didn't even use. So we got, I love on the fly with you guys. This is so cool. And then dimensionals, which I've and maybe we'll bring that I'm digging this ribbon. And I know that it says that this is poppy, but when I put it up against the poppy cardstock, it just wasn't the right color. I am seeing real red all throughout this. So if you do end up getting this host only designer paper, it is, I think it's real red. And that's definitely not Pool Party. That's Bermuda Bay all day long, even though it doesn't say it in the description. Okay, I could have made that tail a little shorter. The reason I usually cut off the roll, but it's all good. I like the birthday thing with this because the bow makes it look like a big present when it's on its side like that. The sentiment. Blending brush for background. Oh, I would have to locate them. Yeah. I don't know what I did with them. I had them and I cleaned my studio. There's my first mistake. But here we go. And who said that we should put a rhinestone on one of those little flower things, or the heart, or the star? I think you're right. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I want my bow a little smaller though. So I've got a couple of pre-embossed layers. That's white on white. That's Pool Party. But there's no pool party in this one. I don't know. This is Bermuda Bay. And I definitely need to cut that ribbon shorter. First things first, right? Talk to me. Nothing yet. I am looking for your input on this one because I'm starting to get stumped. You know what? I'm going to put this one to the side for a second, and I'm going to go back to this guy. And, you know, I think I'm going to put this on this. Talk to me about this one when you get a chance. And I will keep going with the other ones. And I misplaced my dimensionals again. So easy to get jammed up when everything's all over the table. Oh, beef. You got this, Selene. Let's see. Oh, there's the dimensionals. The white on white. That's cool. I like this for sure. And I'm thinking maybe we'll stick this down and run a ribbon. And maybe this is where the stripedy makes his debut. No, I'm still not feeling that ribbon. Isn't that funny? And I like it. It's one of my favorite ribbons, but it's just not today. Okay. So maybe we do the white on white, Bonnie, like you said, and then we cut the white down so that it sits inside that piece of Bermuda Bay for the next card, the happy birthday one. Cute. Nope. Is that bow too much? I think it is. I'm not sure about that. I might be getting tired because I'm like, I don't know. There we go. I'm gonna definitely do this. Maybe, you know, sometimes you just have to simplify. So because this paper has been embossed, it's more likely to make your adhesive peel. I need to trim this. I'm pretty sure that this is 5 by 3 3/4, but I'm going to do 5. Yep, I'm pretty sure it is. So I'll cut this another. So this is the same as the other black layers, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Measure twice, cut once. What's that? So because I'm having problems with the adhesive, like lifting the paper, I'm just gonna do it on the piece that's not embossed. And I'm gonna run a piece of this. And there's some adhesive back there, so I'm gonna see if I can tack this. And then the other side, I'll just use a glue dot, no big deal. It's really good stuff though, like if it does pull on me, I just adjust. Oh, that's pretty. if I did, like I could take one of these scraps and just tie one on. Use black card base. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So we got just a piece of scrap. And that's way better than that big bow. Just sometimes you just need a knot. So there's black in between. There's red twice. There's blue twice. There's white only once. So let's see what we come up with. Or no, there's white twice. You pay attention. So do we want white or do we want pool party? Because that's what I have cut. And then, while you guys figure that out, I'll put a couple rhinestones. Now I'll sprinkle. Pool party. Okie doke. I do way better when I just listen to you guys and you tell me what to do. It works. Okay. So that's card what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll come back to this guy. And Bonnie said white on white and the Bermuda Bay. So let's see if they layer up. They're exactly the same size, but that's okay. We can just trim the white a little bit. Let's figure out what size it is. It is 3 3/4. So I'm gonna trim like 1/8 of an inch off of 2 sides. So now this is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Do that 5 times fast. So we got the white embossed flowers. This is the ornate 3D embossing folder. So darn pretty, isn't it? Like, I hope you're catching that. Like, it's hard to see. And I already put dimensionals, so I'm just gonna lay this flat. And now that I have the white on there, I think the base is going to be white because this wasn't doing it for me because there's none of that in the paper. So I had all the card bases here. Darn it. This other one's going this way. There we go. Found one. That's nice and pretty, huh? Thanks for the help, guys. Whew. Okay, so I didn't even like dig into the big pile yet. I mean, I have sentiments coming out my eyeballs and I could still make more cards. I mean, for real. Let's just make one more. Isn't that crazy? It just goes together so quickly when you have the right stuff. Dimensionals. And you know, I have this other ribbon sitting on the table. When I went to go get the real red, this piece of ribbon popped out at me. This is the pool party ribbon. I guess it doesn't match because there's no pool party on this one, huh? It's an affliction. Bow's too short. I would have used it. think maybe I'm just gonna go with the piece going across again. Maybe we'll even, So I'm gonna tack this, and I didn't go over far enough, did I? Nope. Didn't stick to that embossing folder. It's funny how it, like, sometimes it sticks and sometimes it doesn't. And then I'm gonna put a glue dot here where the sentiment's gonna cover, so you don't see it pulling on the front of the ribbon. And then here, but before I even do that, I want, like, I'm digging real quick to see if I can find a Bermuda accent that I like. Huh, what do you know? I think I pulled the same shape again. Doesn't matter. As long as it's so off the side there. And I'm gonna go even Steven here, off the side here. Oh yeah, just needed another color. And then cover that glue dot so you can't see where the adhesive sits. I think I want a red. I'm gonna have to make a disaster zone sign for later. It's messy in here. That's okay. I had to clean up and cook dinner for my family, and then I will see everybody at 7 o'clock for that workshop. For those that are interested, it's featuring the new in colors, and there will be an opportunity to get a free make and take kit with a purchase, or you can just come and hang out if you feel like it. No pressure. I did this particular class before with my team. I did the team meeting and then I do the workshop after. Oh, look at how fun that is. I like the red. And then okay, I like it, but I only used the black once and it's bothering me. You can tell I was a scrapbooker in my former life, because that's a scrapbooking thing. If you do something to a project and you want it to look intentional, do it twice. So I'm cutting this black 5 1/4 by 4. It just needed a little bit of a lift. Reminds me of that song, like Coming Out of the Dark. Like, it's a dark background and look at this brightness. You've got this be strong, be brave. Yeehaw. Okay. So this will be a 10-pound card. It's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 layers or something like that. Wicked fun though. And it's not difficult. I love all the colors though. Wow. And I'm just curious. No, you wouldn't see it there. You know, every now and then you gotta bedazzle a card. And this is my last one for today, so I'm gonna just have some fun. If you're ever gonna put a ton of dimensionals or a ton of a ton of embellishments on something, it's good to go like halfway between, halfway between, halfway between, because then your eyeball can keep up. Like if I tried to do it in a straight line, I would be moving these all day long to try to get them in the right position. But this one is just gonna sit nice, I think. What do you guys think? Kind of crazy, huh? Ones you don't make every day. Everybody needs red rhinestones to be brave. All right. So let's see. That's what? Number 7? I don't know. We'll go backwards. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3, which was really number 1. Number 4. Wow. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Crazy, awesome, fun. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera. I wanna read through your comments. See if you have any questions. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I don't think I've ever done that many cards on live. I like this little rhinestone thing. What do you think? Like, hello. Yeah. Rhinestones and gingham and birthday. Oh my gosh, I could go all day. I don't think I can hold any more with my hand though. Just a few. Yeah, they're really fun. And that designer paper is money. So if you have the opportunity to host a party, you can earn it for free, which is really cool. And if you need help with hosting a party, let me know. And I do. I love all these shapes, and I still have a ton left over. So thanks to those who were saying those many messages. I am having such a hard time with it because that's what kind of sparked this video. And if you guys are ever having an issue with a product and you let me know, it might take me a week, it might take me 2 weeks, but we can use it. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely use the pictures. So Debbie, we used Many Messages bundle, and it will still be a bundle until the end of June. And then it made the new catalog. So in the new catalog, so use the bundle price from the January through June catalog if you decide to get it, because you'll get the stamp and the die, and then you can cut all the stuff at once. But in the new catalog, there's actually a matching stamp set. So you could have a whole second set of sentiments that match the one die. So stamp one's cut, and you have just ultimate playing. And I do love them all layered up. You know, like taking 3 or 4 of those die cuts and just laying them down and see what like kind of jumps out at you. It's a really cool idea. And then this one, like I thought I was going to do 2, and then I changed to 3. Yeah, super cool. So thanks for joining, and I hope to see you at 7 o'clock. If you're not sure, just send me a message like after this live, and I will pop you a link, or maybe I'll try and put it in the title for the video today. But yeah. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.